Hello everyone, my name is Kishen Kalvin, and I'll be doing a run through of a game called Last of Us, and I'm doing a specific level in the game, which is in the subway section of the game. So in this level, I have made some changes to the original game, where I'll go through it later, but for now let's just go through what the collectibles are and what are the character types and enemy types in this level are, and how we're going to get through this level without dying. So let's start off with the items first. So there are two types of items in this game. One of them are ammo pickups, which are labeled here by a pyramid, and another type of collectible artifacts. You can collect artifacts such as letters or papers or posters, anything that's lying on the floor. They are labeled in cuboid form or cube. So moving on to the character types. So over here, the blue color character model would be the player, who is Joel, and the two green character models are the allies, who are Ellie and Tess. So they will help you get through the game and aid you whenever they need to. And moving on to the enemy types. So there are two enemy types in this game. One are the runners, which are labeled as yellow, and one are clickers, who are labeled in red. So what the runners do is that they are humans who are in the first stage of the fungal infection, so they can still see, but they still retain their humanity, but they cannot control the fungal infection. So they can still spot Joel as they're coming through, and they can attack them at any time, and they will attack them by punching them or kicking the players. But their attacks aren't that vicious as compared to the clickers, because you can still defend yourself from them. So moving on to the clickers, they are humans who are in the third stage of the infection. So what happens is that clickers have mushrooms on their head and their eyes, so they can't see whatever is in front of them. So what they do is you make clicking noises from their mouth and their tongues, and what they do is use echolocation to move around the area, to look around the area. So if Joel or any of the allies were to make a sudden movement or break something around them, the clickers will react and run towards them. This also goes the same for the runners, but runners are more aware as they can see. So moving on to how they should get to the end of the game. So this part is the starting part of the game, of the level, and over here is the ending. So what they have to do is go through this game stealthily. You can also go through this game by guns blazing, but this run through would be how to get through them stealthily. So what they have to do is get around here, get their first ammo pickup, and they can get their collectible, and they'll go through here, and suddenly there'll be a clicker patrolling from here to here. So it'll be like moving back and forth over here. You cannot kill clickers because they are the hardest enemy to kill, and once you encounter them, it's instant death. At least with the runner, they still have a chance. But if you encounter a runner, it will also alert all the other enemies around the area, so this will be a disadvantage for you, the player. So moving on, the clicker will be patrolling from here to here, around here, this area. So once the clicker moves back, you can move forward. So but the runner will be stationed like this, facing the wall at this position, so it will not move. And a side note for the clickers, you can go past them without them noticing, in a way where they are still looking at you, but because they can't see, so you have to move very slowly and while you're crouching. This also goes for the same for any other enemies. It helps in every way. So moving on, they can get here and they can stealth kill a runner by strangling them, but they cannot stealth kill a clicker because you need a shift to do that and an upgrade to do that, so you cannot do that very early in the game. So moving on, there's a collectible here. So what do these clickers over here, they will patrol in one constant motion, like in a circular manner. So this clicker will go here, this clicker will go here, this clicker will go here. So this keeps rotating and rotating. So it might be a bit hard. All the player has to do is go through this part very slowly, and if the player is near a clicker, all you have to do is just stay still, but move away when they need to. Yeah. So they can get their collectible here, a letter, and also they can come here, and also this runner will patrol from here to here. So this whole area will patrol. So once you can also use the windows over here to aid you to see where the runner is. So once the runner is facing this way, you can go back here and strangle him. Then you can get your collectible here. So moving on, once you reach this part, all you have to do is just crouch slowly and move very slowly, or if you want, you can just throw a molotov at them or just gun them down, but this will alert every one of the players. But for now, you're doing this stealthily. So once you reach this position over here, you can see that there's another collectible over here. So you can see that the runner will be over here and it will move back and forth from here to here. So once you reach this point of the map, they can crouch and how do I say this? Lean in to see how whether the runner is moving back or forth. So once the runner is looking back and looking at the collectible, you can go in and strangle them and get a collectible. And there's another one here. There's an ammo pickup over here. This runner will be here stationed like this in a still position. So this is it's a very easy kill. Can get this and can get the kill and also the ammo pickup. And over here, the clicker will move from this whole area. And since the corridor is quite narrow, it's better if the player were to hide in this room. Then once the clicker passes by this whole place, can get out, move slowly, and get over here, and the level is done. And right now I will explain what changes that I made from the what I've refined from the original prototype. So one of the refinements I've made is that the corridors are now thinner, so there's lesser space for the player to move around, giving him less of an advantage and more of that horror theme and thrill. And also previously these windows were not here. They were actually it actually enables the character or the player to actually climb over them, so it'll be very useful. So I've decided to put windows on them so that it won't help them as much. So this level will be quite a challenge for the players, and that is pretty much it. And also as this part over here, this part, it used to be a lot of rubble, but I've just extruded the rubble and made it empty space, a wall, so they cannot go through this part at all. Same goes for this part over here. It used to be a pile of rubble, but it's not. And that pretty much sums up this whole level. Thank you.